Hi, my name is Sandra Martinez. I'm 41 years old. I decided to make this video to share my fight with cancer. I've been fighting cancer since November of 2006. I was diagnosed when I was 29 years old. It was locally advanced, stage 3-4. I have my results here, and it says that I was diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma of the right breast. Like I said, I was 29 years old. I went through chemotherapy. Then they did a surgery to remove my right breast. Then I had to do radiation. I don't remember if it was 30 radiations or 36, something like that. But it was really, really hard. My problem was most with the radiation. It burned my skin really, really bad. And I had to wait. That was in 2007 when I did the radiation. And I had to wait almost 3 years because my skin was really, really damaged in order to do breast reconstruction. After I did the chemotherapy and the surgery and the radiation, during all that time, I did not change my diet. I didn't do any other things to help my body, like supplements, like alternative medicine. I didn't know about alternative medicine. I was not aware of such a thing. So they put me on remission after my scans were coming negative. No tumors, no cancer cells. I did 5 years of remission. During those 5 years, I did tamoxifen and Solidix. Those two medications were to prevent, according to the doctor, prevent the cancer coming back. So I was declared cancer-free in 2012. That was a really happy moment for me and for my family. Then I did my normal life. Like I said, no changes, no alternative medicine, no change of diet. And then 2 years later, in 2014, June of 2014, I insist with the doctor that I needed scans. He refused to do scans at the beginning because since I was already cancer-free, they said that they were going to do scans once a year. And in January of 2014, they did scans and they came out negative. So by April, when I started feeling sick, I started feeling pain on my chest, I went to the doctor and he refused to send me for scans. I waited and waited, and until I finally started feeling really bad. I started getting sharp pain on my chest. I couldn't even get up from bed because it was here on my chest. So I insist with my doctor that there was something in my chest, that it was really painful. And I remember that he was out of town, and I went to his office, and there was a doctor there that listened to me, and she sent me for a ultrasound, and she said that they couldn't see anything. So she said, we're just going to send you for scans. And they did. They sent me for the scans, and I went back the following week, and my doctor was already there, and he gave me the results. He said the cancer is back, breast cancer, mets to the bones. He said there's nothing we can do for you. He said the only thing we can help you with is pain medication and something for your bones to reinforce, a bone builder, he said, reinforce my bones. So that was in June. I went back in July. Then he wouldn't tell me anything good, no good news. And I went back in August, same thing, no good news. And I went back in September. In September, he said that things were getting worse. And during those 3 months, I would go to the hospital once a month for the bone builder. And in October, I decided that I was not going to go for that bone builder anymore. And I decided that I was not going to go back to the doctor, to the oncologist. That was in October. By this, I was already doing alternative medicine. I see this a lot. I have met a lot of people that once I tell them that there's nothing else on conventional medicine, then we choose for alternative medicine, for natural medicine. We start looking around, we start researching, and that's what happened to me. So I started a protocol on a doctor, a natural doctor. He came from Puerto Rico, and I started his protocol. It was helping me a little bit. Then I did his protocol, and then I started another protocol with another doctor, natural doctor. I started drinking his alkaline water, and I started doing his supplements. By this, I had already changed my diet. I had already changed my diet to salads and vegetables and a little bit of grains, but most of it was salads and vegetables. Then after this doctor with the alkaline water, I met another doctor. With him, I did vitamin C, treatments of vitamin C through the vein. And then through him, I met my mentor. I met her in January of 2015. From October to January of 2015, I met more than 3 doctors, natural doctors. Like I said, I was not going to the oncologist anymore. So let me go back to that appointment when he gave me the diagnosis on June 2014. I forgot to mention that he told me that I only had 9 months left. And not only that, he said that I was never cancer-free. He said that the cancer it had been there. All those years, it had been there. So now I know that the cancer cells were in my bloodstream, but they hadn't come all together and make a nodule, a small tumor. That's why the machine couldn't detect them. But yes, it had always been there. All those 5 years, more than 5 years. So back to when I met my mentor in January 2015, I started a protocol with her, an aggressive protocol. This protocol was supplements, a lot of supplements, a lot of salads, a lot of water, a lot of vegetables, raw vegetables, a little bit of quinoa, which is a grain, a little bit of uh, brown rice, just a little bit. I would do only one meal a day, and in the morning I would do some shakes, in the evening a shake. So it was just one meal a day, and I was doing supplements, lots of supplements, pretty expensive. It was almost $2,000 of supplements a month. She explained to me that we had to be aggressive because that was the only way we were going to be able to kill this disease and kill it from the root. So besides all my supplements and besides my diet, I will go see her 3 times a week, and she would do ozone treatments, high frequency. She would do detox, and she would do sauna, and some other things. It was pretty expensive. Well, at the time, it was tough, but God helped me. So I did the protocol, and I stopped. I did the protocol from January to August of 2015, and then she told me that I needed to go back to the oncologist. So I did. I went back to the oncologist, and she told me to ask for scans and blood work. So I did that. When I started the protocol with my mentor, I had in total 8 tumors. Then in August, when I stopped my visits with my mentor, and I started going to the oncologist, there was no tumors. I have those results of those scans. I'm going to post another video and show you those results. And I'm going to show you the results when I started doing treatments with my mentor in January of 2015. This is the first video I'm doing, but I'm going to be posting videos. I'm going to be uploading videos. And if there's any questions, I have the papers, all my results and papers. I can prove what I'm saying. So because of money issues, I couldn't continue my treatments. But when I went back to the oncologist, he said that there was no tumors, that the only one that was in my body was the one in the chest. And he said that it was pretty small. And he didn't recommend me to do any chemo at the time. And I was not going to do it anyways. So I continued going to the oncologist. And all my blood work kept coming normal until January of 2016. I started feeling sick again. Of course, because we didn't get to kill the cancer from the root. So it came back very aggressive. I had a tumor on my neck that fractured T1, 2, and 3. And I was in a lot of pain. A lot of pain. I couldn't move my arms. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't take a shower on my own. I couldn't feed myself. I needed help, a lot of help. Someone donated some treatments for me, so I started going again with my mentor. And within 4 months, 5 months, I started feeling better. And then another person donated treatments for me, so I continue my treatments until I felt better, a lot better. But then something happened to my mentor that I couldn't continue treatments with her. So because of that reason, I couldn't see her no more. So I started going to the oncologist and I started doing chemo. I did chemo for almost a year and a half, almost 2 years actually. And it was really, really, really hard. I would take breaks. Even though he wouldn't agree, I would take breaks. So I started doing chemo. I think it was like half of 2016 until March of this year. But I wouldn't listen to the doctor. I would tell him, I'm gonna take a break. Even though he didn't like the idea, even though he didn't agree with me, I would take a break. And I believe that God gave me the strength and God helped me being brave. So I continue my battle, my fight. 2017, I did chemo. And then at the end of 2017, I was having issues with my white count, my white cells. They kept dropping down. And I pray to God. God is my GPS. So my mentor looked for me at the beginning of 2018. And I was so happy. I had so much joy in my heart. So we got together. We decided that we were going to continue the fight against this condition together. So I started seeing her again in February of this year. I stopped the chemo. He wasn't too happy. He wasn't happy at all. And not only that, he sent me for scans in March. I believe it was in March or April of this year. And he said, I don't know what, something's working. We don't know what it is, but something's working. According to the doctors, I shouldn't be here anymore. But according to God, that he has been giving me the strength. Like I said, he's been my GPS. He's been guiding me. I'm still here. My mentor, this time that we met again, she spent a lot of time teaching me how to meditate, teaching me how to control the stress, teaching me how to solve my emotional traumas. And that's been one of the best things that I have ever done. All this time that I've been fighting this condition, I just didn't get it. That it was emotional traumas, lifestyle, the perspective we have against what we're going through, the way we think. We need to watch the stuff that we let come to our heads, because if it's negative, our body gets a negative signal. So for a long time, my body was getting negative signal. This condition that I've been fighting is not generic. No one in my family had cancer, breast cancer. So my mentor and I did the research and came out with the answer. I had always been rejected in my life since I was in my mom's tummy. That's one of the big traumas. Another trauma that I had, it's that the same pattern that my mom went through, I went through. No love and rejection. I'm going to keep uploading videos to explain more about this. I'm going to keep uploading videos when I go to my mentor. Hopefully, I can help someone out there. That's my only purpose. Help someone out there. Please, try to control your emotions. Try to control your stress. Stay positive. And this is what I learned. Spiritual comes first. Second, it's mental. Third, it's physical. I'm so happy to do this. I have so much joy in my heart. I'm living the best days of my life. And I wanted to share my story with you guys. I hope it helps someone out there. Thank you.